Hey there, my name is Landon Elliott. I have two people on the call right here, and my friend Xander right there watching the speech. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about why AI is harming college education and college students around the country. So every day there are thousands of students that are paying a ton of money. They're getting into hundreds of thousands of dollars into student debt just to end up graduating and having not learned anything. And we're seeing that more and more as AI continues to progress and get smarter. So we see that AI is really weakening critical thinking and problem solving skills. A New York Times published study shows that students who use AI regularly in their class are less likely to be able to explain their own ideas when engaged in class discussion. So this is really harmful because if we don't actually know what we believe, we'll just end up thinking like everybody else, and there won't be any creative thinking in our writings or in our thought processes. And this causes students to become lazy, and we see that through this laziness, it not only affects how they think, but it affects their grades and academic dishonesty within the program. We see that AI encourages students to cheat because they can just copy and paste their prompt and get an answer from ChatGPT or Google Gemini within seconds. In a study published by Scott Jesnick, we see that in 2023 to 2024 school year, 63% of teachers had caught students using AI in assignments. So this is really harmful for the type of work that we're going to be able to study within colleges. We see that schools like Harvard and other Ivy League schools are usually the leading publishers for great medical discoveries. However, with students leaning more and more on AI, I think we're going to see a great decrease in those numbers of good studies. And this use of AI can become dangerous when students are actually going to need to know the information that they're supposed to be studying for. So you don't want a doctor that is that just cheated their way through med school, or you don't want a lawyer that used ChatGPT to try to make a defense for their client. Because we see that when they get out into the real world and they can't rely on those AI generators, then they're actually not going to know any of the things that they're supposed to be known. So not only is their schoolwork affected and their knowledge affected, but overall their mental health and mental well-being is affected. We see this a lot in college students where they compare themselves to AI and they think that they have to measure up. And it affects long-term memory too. The ability to just plug something in and get an answer immediately just allows for short-term retention, but we don't see any actual effort being put in to improve long-term memory. So this is why I think that AI is hurting us, and that we'll see a lot of damage and effects in the future from that. Thank you.